Ladies and gents and the rest, today we're going to be looking at the talents of a Dryad, a mini that came out today. First of all, it's a piece of shit, and the most important thing that I want to tell you before we start, a long story short, right now the DMF is going, and DMF reward tree offers you stars for this unit. Three, whatever. So don't buy these stars. If you need to go down and you can avoid buying stars, avoid buying stars. It's a piece of garbage. It's not worth investing into, and it's definitely not going to be a meta unit, at least the way I understand it. I will show you and explain to you everything that I know. But before you spend your tickets on these stars, just watch this video, okay? Let's go. Let's start with talent number 1, Nature Swiftness. Grant rapid movement speed to an ally. Ability has 1 charge. Let's take a look at what we have now and then we'll talk. This is untalented Gargoyle. See the animation, boom, we buff it. Now it's fast. It applies a fast trait pretty much to a unit, right? Now this is a Hogger. This is an unbuffed Hogger. Super slow. It doesn't apply. She doesn't apply anything to even the very first Hogger. Drakisad also, boom. Now Drakisad is fast. He looks like a little fat crocodile that overate. So now let's talk about what's happening. Oop. Okay. So what she does is she pretty much grants you the highest movement speed in the game, right? The problem is that the Gargoyle with the movement speed talent will not get the buff from Dryad. Why? There's no logic. Same thing with Hogger, just like you saw. Dryad doesn't give this trait to Hogger, probably because the devs know that once Hogger becomes crazy, and if Dryad still applies fast trait on the crazy Hogger when he's stuck, then we're gonna have a problem, right? It's gonna be super broken, super overpowered. So I suppose the devs manually removed, like, don't allow you to apply fast trait on certain units, even though it's completely illogical. Next talent is Thorns. Deal damage back to melee attackers. Damage increases on kill up to 10 stacks. Okay, here is a piece of footage. I want you to watch this piece of footage with me so we could think and talk together. Okay, so boom, 1. Dryad kills the other one. So now she killed 2 units. So now she has 2 stacks. Remember, if somebody hits, some melee unit hits Dryad, they get damage back, okay? Now there's 2 more rooted. We're going to root them again. Boom, Dryad kills 1 and 2. So now Dryad has 4 stacks of Thorns. And now there's 2 more. I want you to see, pay attention. Okay, this Raptor is going to hit Dryad, which means this Raptor has to get damage from her, right? It's damage to melee attackers. Watch. Raptor hits her, doesn't get shit. And you kill him. Okay, that's fine. Keep watching. We got a Null. Boom. Now Null, for some reason, gets the damage from Dryad. Okay? And then she dies. Okay. My point being here is that this talent is probably bugged, as you can see. But even if it was not bugged, who the hell, in PvP especially, would allow you to stack this thing 10 times and not die? But let's say in the ideal world, you somehow managed to do it. Dryad does not have HP to take hits. If you go against a real, like, Prowler or something that can hit you, or even this Null, you're gonna take, like, what, 2-3 hits and die? In my opinion, this is a bad talent, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about what to take. I'm just showing you all the little things that you might not know. so you don't have to do it yourself. It took me some time to actually find to do this, to have this piece of footage, because let's be honest, if we have to look for a situation where this talent is not only useful but can at least be seen, we got a problem, right? Talent number 3, Barrage. Favor new targets when possible. Let's take a look. Okay, we are hitting Molten Giant. Now new guys show up, and she switches. Boom. Now then she switches to the second core hound, and now she hits the Drake, and then she dies. So the way I see it is that she always attacks a unit, the unit with the higher HP pool percentage-wise. She doesn't care about numbers. All right. Again, actually, let's just take a look at how it works, and then we'll talk. All right, what do we take? Before we take something, I want to remind you that don't take anything, don't invest anything into this unit. In my opinion, it's not worth investing into. Also, that doesn't show when you looking at the talents. She doesn't have a lot of HP, and she costs 4 gold, which means if you deep breath her, you kind of get your money back for deep breath. But deep breath usually hits something else, which means you're always going to be in plus if you just spend deep breath killing her. Like you hit a Dryad and something else, you're already winning, right? So it's a pretty bad unit in my opinion. What do we take? Ideally, let's say that it's the Blizzard is going to lower her gold costs, or makes her usable somewhere. I would go movement speed first, nature swiftness, because it's like at least you can have fun with that. At least some fast units that are not supposed to be fast look funny when they walk. They just run funny. But maybe you can come up with some cheese decks. I tried to use it with Gargoyle with the different talents. So you take two other talents other than the move speed. Maybe I tried to do something with that, but didn't work. But yeah, it's pretty. This is the best in my opinion out of these 3. Number 2, I would go with Barrage. So you attack some random, not random, the target with the highest HP pool, with a percentage-wise. Again, not because it's good and useful, but because it's better than the 3rd talent, right? I don't even know where it would be useful in PvP to have one of these talents. And number 3, Thorns. Like I said, doesn't matter how good this talent is. First of all, it has to do a lot of damage to be useful, and it shouldn't do a lot of damage after you get 10 stacks. It should do a lot of damage after a couple of stacks. You don't need to stack 10 stacks. That's supposed to be like that. And on top of that, we need a lot of HP to be able to do damage to melee attackers on hit. Maybe I don't understand something, and she's designed to do something else. But this is my impression. Pretty terrible. I actually expected her to be something better. The only plus that I see, again, if she wasn't that expensive, she is really good, extremely good at stopping things like Hogger. When Hogger is coming to your core, there is absolutely no way to stop him. You just throw her, and she can constantly keep one unit rooted all the time because she applies roots and poison when she attacks. And one unit will constantly be poisoned and rooted. You kind of saw that when I was showing you the Barrage talent when she was attacking the Molten Giant. Like that's exactly what's going to happen to Drakisat, Hogger, Baron, and so on and so on. Gromash. That is all I have. Number 1, in the ideal world, not in today's world, we take Nature Swiftness. Number 2, Barrage. Number 3, Thorns. That's all.